Well, a highly anticipated opening of Chick-fil-A at River Hills Mall in Mankato is prompting some traffic changes to accommodate the expected rush. Mall officials announced that the exit lanes at the main entrance located at Adams Street and Sioux Road will be closed starting Thursday. The exit lanes are expected to remain closed for about a week of that restaurant's opening. Those visiting the mall are encouraged to use the alternative entrances west of Pet Expo or the one near the Courtyard by Marriott. A temporary bus stop will also be in place from Thursday through Saturday. That stop will be located at the vacant Herberger's wing on the southwest corner of the mall.